but around that 8 rebounds each. And then Garrett's just been outstanding in distributing the ball, as well as his defense. And you got Maslow in there, and who's just done everything he can, whether he's called on offense or defense.
You see MSU donning the white and red today, going left to right on your screen versus the straight cream yellow, almost Georgia Tech colors for South Dakota Mines. And Braden Carter again getting an offensive rebound after a miss.
Had career high 18 points last Saturday against Western Colorado, followed up with 17 on Thursday. And he is somebody they need to get hot from outside, with Jamil Safadine not available for today.
You see Kayla McGill getting down in lane with that turnaround 8-foot shot. Senior gets us started on senior day. 2-0 lead early for the Roadrunners.
Roadrunners with some half-court pressure to start things off in the man-to-man defense.
You see Wanshabaum gets it over to Smith, guarded by Kayla McGill on the right side. And that's Dowdle coming off the screen, just long. Braden Carter picks up the loose board. Getting out in transition.
How fun has it been to have Braden Carter back in the Mile High City after graduating from Mullen High School and hails from Denver. He's made an impact wherever he's gone.
You see Kayla McGill gets the deflection out to Ryan Maslow. 2 defenders leaving alone. I'm not sure they want to do that all day, as he's shooting over 40% on the season. Then Braden Carter getting pounded down low. Good defense by Hutchinson.
Yeah, he was surrounded by Hutchinson and Waschenbaum.
You see Waschenbaum here getting it over to Dowdle, guarded by KJ Garrett. The slip pass down to Braden Carter down in the low block. Spins baseline. Braden Carter does it by great block by BC down low. And then Ryan Maslow gets the deflection. It's going to stay here with 5 seconds remaining. He's going to have to put something up as Hutchinson. Driving baseline at McGill, goes down left side, just short.
So McGill gave him a little bit of a window on the baseline, and he couldn't convert.
And in transition is Ryan out in transition before the half-court defense gets set up. MSU leading 5-0 early.
Big shot from the senior Maslow, who's been called upon to add some three-pointers. He's got 20 now on the season.
Sufjan El Cannon guarding on the perimeter. That's Terry. Terry a little loose with it. Screened by Waschenbaum. Switch from the corner is Dowdle. That's good. Right over KJ Garrett. It's going to be the first points on the evening. That's Trey Dowdle leading the team in scoring with just shy of 12.
Well, Dowdle, one of 2 freshmen who start for the Hard Rockers, with a nice answer to Maslow's 3.
See if MSU can answer here. Braden Carter on the post up on the left block. Spins towards baseline. Loses the ball, stripped by Smith.
Well, and you notice quickly, as soon as that ball goes in, they're all over Carter. So it becomes, instead of 1v1, they've got great help D so far for the Rockers.
Yeah, and they read the scouting report. Braden Carter picked up his 6th double-double of the season this Thursday versus Shattern State. Good defense by Maslow to stay set.
And what control in the paint with his body as Hutchinson gets on the board, and Maslow did everything he could to deny, but we're tied now.
Swings over to Sufjan El Cannon, guarded by Terry on the right side. Kayla McGill looking for it. Drives down left side in the lane. Skip pass to Maslow in the corner. No good. Braden Carter fighting for the board. Another possession for MSU. And then Sufjan El Cannon, nice bounce pass. Relocates to the 3-point. Can he keep it up? Just long. Braden Carter, second offensive rebound in possession.
Carter saw just a flash foul.
I almost thought Braden Carter could have turned around. We've seen him hit those flip shots a lot this year. It's been almost a little too nice.
It's almost like I'm trying to pass up a good shot for a great shot, but in that instance, it didn't work.
You see from the corner is Smith. That's way off. Loose board picked up by Sufjan El Cannon. KJ Garrett leading the charge down the right side, guarded by Dowdle. Over to the corner again. Ryan Maslow driving to the left baseline with the reverse. Beautiful up and under by the senior.
Ryan Maslow showing off a little bit here early, doing an outstanding job of taking what the defense gives him. He averages 5 a game, and he's got 5 already.
Yeah, I love the aggression, attacking that closeout. Then another loose ball here. MSU staying hungry on the defensive end. Switch on to McGill from Hutchinson. 10 seconds and some change remaining on the shot clock. Driving left side. Good job by McGill staying in front. Smith from the 3, no good. And MSU is limiting the 1 possession here and 1 shot, Mary Kay.
They're doing a really nice job of boxing out and covering the boards like their coach wants them to. El can win the war on the boards. They're leading that with a +6, 8-2.
You see Sufjan Elkanin not able to complete the 4-point play. Unusual for him to miss, as he's been statistically the team's best free throw shooter on the season. And there's going to be a travel by Wanchenbaum, gets away from it, but the ball gods don't lie as he comes up short.
And the other thing I like is how active their hands have been on defense. They've had a few deflections, which really make a difference. That doesn't show up in the box score, but what does show up is coaches notice that, and it also forces some turnovers.
You see KJ Garrett driving to the right side. Sufjan Elkanin from the other corner. In and out, no good. Caden Holmes and Quave Probst-Allison checked in for MSU.
Yeah, McGill tried to punch that one back out to the guards, but it went right into the hands of the Rockers.
And that's Garcia. That's Guillaume Garcia from the left corner. Just his 16th three on the season.
Yeah, he's a junior out of Barcelona, Spain, came off the bench, and boy, with a quick three.
You see this screen by Kayla McGill. MSU has to settle down here. 2 turnovers early. Kayla McGill driving right side, double comes. KJ Garrett from the top of the key, no good.
Caden Holmes in position, but that one flew over his head for the rebound.
See Dowdle getting deep in the lane. Wanchenbaum driving left side. Terry on the left corner gets the switch onto the smaller Quave Probst-Allison now. Let's see if Kayla McGill recognizes it. Relocates from the right side, no good. As we just saw Garcia hit one from the left corner. Another possession here for South Dakota Mines, their second offensive rebound.
South Dakota Mines just averages 6 3-point baskets made per game. And they're already today 2 of 6. Make that 3 of 7.
When you get 4 chances on one possession, one of them's bound to go, and MSU has to do a better job of boxing out, as they just got 3 offensive rebounds on that.
Yeah, it's like fool me once, fool me twice, wait. 4 times, they've got to limit that.
Caden Holmes can't answer from the left corner, in and out again. Lid on the basket for MSU as he's gone scoreless over the last 2 minutes. And Dowdle driving the left side on the bigger McGill. McGill looked like he's straight up, but they might get him on the left arm. And the freshman guard from Evergreen Park can't get the second to go. 12-10 here early. About to enter the under 12 timeout. Logan Threet checked in too for his first minutes. See Quave driving left side. They're going to get a foul on Dowdle.
Midway point of the half. And the Fresh Legs, they've done a good job of keeping the pressure on defensively on the Roadrunners. That's their 3rd turnover.
You see they're just a little long on the entry pass from Caden Holmes to Braden Carter. And MSU has to get a stop here as South Dakota Mines on a 7-0 run. And there's Garcia from the left side again. That's good. He's got 6 points early on 2 of 4 from the 3-point line.
And just like that, they are now 4 of 8 from behind the 3-point circle.
You see there comes the trap again. And Braden Carter looking for the pass, and then in the right position. And that's Terry. Excuse me, that's number 2. That's good, and that's Sukup. That's Gavin Sukup getting in on the scoring here early.
Yeah, the Roadrunners now have given up back-to-back triples. Perimeter shooting, they're going to stretch the defense. They're going to have to be aware of that next time down the floor and stay alert.
13-0 run over the last 340. Quave Probst-Allison to pull up, just long. And then the loose board is picked up by Stoddard, who checks in. MSU has to get stops here on this end of the court.
Logan Threet's in the game, and Threet with his offense and defense in court awareness, he can help out on the baseline.
what's kind of changed over this last 5 minutes?
Well, in this 15-0 run for the Rockers, they've made 4 triples, but more importantly, or as important, I should say, has been their defense, and that's been led by Keegan Smith. Had a couple of deflections, done a great job of disrupting, and he is a player who is definitely smart on the floor, and he's using it on both ends of the game, of the court.
And you see Logan Threet get down in the lane with a nice finger roll.
And that stops an almost 5-minute drought for the Roadrunners.
That's big. You just mentioned him, Mary Kay, the offensive threat he brings. There's Terry from the right corner, no good. Threet with the board. Let's see if MSU can push the pace. Threet guarded by Terry with the spin move. KJ Garrett goes down the left side. Suck up guarded by him, a little loose right now. MSU has to be careful as they already have 4 turnovers in the first 10 minutes.
And there have been 8 points scored off those 4 turnovers by the Rockers.
Clave Pro-Salson goes behind his back with the baseline, no good, still along.
Well, and the battle on the boards has changed too. It went from 8-2 to now it's 10-9 for the Roadrunners. So the Rockers doing better job of getting position, especially on the defensive boards.
And there's Wanchobom with a missed 3. As the Rockers, over half their attempts have come from behind the arc today, and they're going to continue to launch. The swing pass, beautiful drive by Clave Probst-Allison, just short on the right side of Sufjan Elkan, and he can't get it to go.
Roadrunners come up empty as they are just 33.3% from the field.
They're stuck up, squaring up, and no one boxes them out. Got to get a body on a man because no one knows where the ball is going better than the shooter himself. And there's Stoddard way off on the 3. MSU lucky to come up with an empty possession there.
Well, and you mentioned the 3-pointers. 15 of their points, of their 20, have come from distance. So the Roadrunners have to make sure that they're guarding the perimeter and then come back the other way and be intentional on the offensive side. So Threet offering some great...
5. Quick 5-0 run for MSU as South Dakota Mines have gone scoreless over their last 2:30.
And full court pressure by the Roadrunners.
Dowdle guarded by KJ Garrett here, just across the timeline. There's Garcia, Logan Threet all up in his grill now. MSU, they're gonna have to put up a shot here. 1 second remaining. That's from the corner of Sukup, and it's good. Big shot as the shot clock expired. Gets the lead back up to 8, 23-15.
And that's his second one this half. The Sukup came off the bench. Sukup is a 6'3" freshman.
And then Dowdle came up with the steal. However, KJ Garrett hustling 23-15. Well, Mary Kay offensively, South Dakota Mines is on a heater right now.
Well, and they've already got 5 assists on 8 made field goals. More importantly, 6 of those have been 3-point baskets. And that's their average for an entire game. So they are finding a groove from distance, and Roadrunners have to stop it.
And they had 8 threes last time out versus Regis. You see Mazzo at the corner. Great find by Logan Threet. That was all created by Caleb McGill there.
And that was a great execution offensively. Good ball movement. Enough space. Just all that Maslow needed for a corner 3. That's his second triple today.
Yeah, Maslow with 8 points here early. Senior getting his first start off the bench in several games, and he's clicking offensively. And Logan Threet with the loose ball. Could have been a foul on Garcia, and he's going to get away with it. The corner is Wanchobom.
3 white jerseys all around the ball for the rebound. So MSU Denver getting some help from the guard position with Carter.
See Braden Carter gets the pass over to Mazzo. Going to slow it up here. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Logan Threet.
You know, Threet's done a good job of speeding up the O&D for the Roadrunners.
There's Braden Carter turning around, staying aggressive. That's Luke Stoddard. The freshman forward, 6'8" from Crown Point, Indiana, went to Bosco Institute. Quave Probst-Allison picking up Dowdle right across the timeline, pounding him, but he has no secondary help, and he springs free for the layup.
And that lead grows back to 6. Roadrunners looking for stops.
There's Caleb McGill from the right corner. Logan Threed hyping him up, saying, let's go.
How about 3? Force the defense to guard him, and that leaves McGill open for his first 3, and it comes from the right corner.
See Dowdle with the screen on Quave, drops him, and the pull-up 3. Huge move from the freshman.
He's got 2. Everybody getting in the act for 3-pointers now for South Dakota Mines.
28-22, MSU down here by 6 with 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Everyone who's stepped on the floor for the Rockers has shot a 3.
We're going to see Caden Holmes check back in, as well as Ryan Maslow.
So they're going to go a little bit smaller. Caden Holmes is going to man the paint, while Carter and McGill take a seat.
Logan Threed guarding Hutchinson here on the left corner. Screen set by Smith, switch on to Maslow. Smith on the low block, guarded by Logan Threed. From the top of the key is Terry. That's good as well. 8 threes here for South Dakota Mines as they match their total, what they had against Regis on Thursday.
Unbelievable how they continue to just singe the nets, shooting 47% from behind the arc.
There's KJ Garrett, Logan Threed, no good from the corner as he tried to match. And the Hard Rockers looking to push this lead to double digits here on this possession. From the corner, Smith. Back up to the top of the key. There's Stoddard, gets the handoff over to Dowdle. Switch on to Caden Holmes. 5 seconds, there's top of the key is Smith. No good long. The deflection out. Lucky to not be down by more here, as 8 of the 11 field goals made for South Dakota Mines have been from the perimeter here.
Well, in South Dakota Mines, as we mentioned earlier, they're really only a 32% shooting team from deep and get an average of 6 made threes a game. They've got 8. They've got 4 players with a pair each. Dowdle, Wanchilbaum, Sukup, and Garcia off the bench. Both have 2 3-pointers.
Oh, and Braden Carter can't get it to...
Hats off to the Rockers. I mean, they've only got 1 turnover. They've got good chemistry offensively. They're defending the paint well against Carter, and they're limiting the opportunities on the perimeter. On the other side for the Roadrunners have to be more intentional defensively to put some stops, and that's somebody they need to stop is Keegan Smith and Caden Holmes.
MSU 31-24 here. See if they can ramp up the pressure and cause some turnovers here. This Hutchinson from deep, way off.
So now everybody...
But Terry gets the call reversed. Emotions are flying high here at the Auraria Event Center on Senior Day.
Well, the best thing the Roadrunners can do is use this as situational. How well can we play? What can we put together in the last 2.5 minutes? And you see Probst Jr. from Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, he's another one who just shoots really well from 3. So look for him maybe more so in the second half. He shoots 44.6% from 3. He has yet to attempt one today.
MSU hit 3 of their last 4. South Dakota Mines have been held scoreless over the last 2 minutes and change, and that's been broke right there by Dowdle.
Dowdle continues to be effective in that mid-range.
And again, MSU pushing the tempo.
Since he was injured at the beginning, misses that opportunity, but Carter gets the rebound.
No good on the turnaround. MSU getting to the line often, however, not converting, just 4 of 8 here. And then they're going to KJ and a reach in on Terry.
Regis on Thursday were 8 of 23 for the entire game. They're 8 of 19 here in the first half so far.
Garcia guarded by Quave, probes Allison in left side. Says no to the screen. Deflected by Quave. Give me 9 seconds. You see the turnaround on Smith as he gets his first field goal to go. Been impacting the games on the defensive end.
You know, the other thing is he's a lefty, and so he went up against the defensive stopper for the Roadrunners, Ryan Maslow, and was able to use that left hand well, as does Carter.
AC Carter getting collapsed, could have gone into the lane, says I'm going to spin away baseline, away from the 3 defenders, gets the nice finish. See Logan 3 guarding here on the perimeter. That's Hutchinson, switch on to Braden Carter. Terry guarded by KJ Garrett. Terry with the pull up in the lane, no good. And then you see Garcia from the left side. He keeps it hot. It's his third three-pointer on the afternoon. All 9 of his points have come from the perimeter.
Well, and Guillaume Garcia averages 5.7 points a game. Already, to his credit, he's got 9 here in the first half.
Maslow from the corner, can't get it to go, just short. Braden Carter fighting for the loose. Charlie Picard here on the call with Mary Kay Morrow. South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers leading here at MSU Denver Roadrunners by 8 in the first half. There it is, Braden Carter guarding on the perimeter. Stoddard.
Maslow staying tight on Smith.
See Garcia guarded by Quave Probst-Allison, backs him down in the lane, no good. And MSU, great defensive possession to end the half. But Mary Kay, South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers, Mary Kay Morrow with Charlie Picard on the call. Mary Kay, we saw it was a game of runs in that first half, and MSU kind of lost that battle.
Well, they start out so well. They went up in the game. They went up 10-5, and then all of a sudden, Hard Rockers got on track, and mainly from the perimeter, and they had 4 triples and went up on a 15-0 run, and the Roadrunners have not been able to really defense, helping each other fill lanes, but also maybe double team. Nice to see McGill back in the lineup. He's got 3 fouls.
Yeah, great find by Maslow. You see McGill cutting baseline there, gets open as he sat the remaining 4:45 of that first half when he picked up his 3rd.
You know, and for Coach Vicky, he emphasizes dominating in the paint, and in this case, in addition, regarding the perimeter.
Right there, MSU gang rebounding. Good tip to Maslow from Garrett. One of the first misses it feels like in a while as the Hard Rockers were 9 of 20, and then Braden Carter had it. It's going to be the 7th turnover for MSU.
And Dowdle has been impactful, as well as Smith, number 12. Maslow had a good first half for the Roadrunners. Came up with 8 big rebounds and also had 8 points.
See Carter posted up on Oshabam, no good, way off from him. Don't see him miss those too often.
Yeah, he misses very few times. As we mentioned earlier, he's just shy of 66% from the field. So rare miss in the middle. Some good D, though. They're doing a good job of double teaming.
There's a strip by KJ Garrett to Terry. Feed Maslow in the left corner. Good! Ryan Maslow with his 3rd triple of the afternoon brings MSU within 3. Huge day for the senior offensively with 11 points.
And with his entire family here, 3 brothers and sisters here, mom and dad, and then extended family. And there's an extended shot again by Dowdle.
As Dowdle silences the crowd momentarily. MSU looking to answer. It's KJ Garrett driving right side. So we found out Cannon with Terry. It's going to get away with probably an offensive foul. They're going to call a turnover. Slow to get up. 5-on-4 here. You see Hutchinson guarding baseline and McGill wise to not pick up that 4th foul.
Well, he sealed as best he could. Hutchinson did a good job of tippy-toeing across the baseline, and his length got him that extra basket on the other side.
So MSU opened the half on a 5-0 run of themselves, and then South Dakota Mines responds with one of their own. And,
draws the foul, so Roadrunners will be able to have a second chance here.
Caleb McGill guarded by Smith, gets the entry pass into Braden Carter. Spins in, he's gonna get should have been a foul earlier in the possession, but that's gonna be Washabam. That's gonna be.
And he is tough to guard away from the basket, and you see him when he puts his shoulder down, he's harder to contain. And Smith, well, Roadrunners would love to get him in foul trouble. Keegan Smith has just been dynamic. The left-handed shooter has been terrific, but his defense has been outstanding.
You see Caleb McGill has Smith on his hip, goes overhead with a two-handed jam. 43-37, 16:30 remaining.
And that should be an energy boost for the Roadrunners as they see their senior take a big step to owning the glass with the big jam.
See Smith guarded by McGill on the perimeter. Dowdle from three again, no good, long off the glass. Garcia gets the board, another possession for South Dakota Mines, and then we're gonna have Maslow on a blocking foul.
Yeah, it's definitely, what a great crowd and a snowy day to have here for Senior Day. Support the Roadrunners in one of their two last home matchups for the regular season.
You see Terry with the switch on McGill, Quave guarding the bigger Smith now. Stoddard with a fadeaway, turnaround, no good. Nobody boxing him out, or Smith with the tip out actually.
And again, it's something you're not going to see in the box score, but Smith again making a difference, this time on the offensive glass.
And Dottle makes him pay with a pull-up at the elbow, gets the lead back to 8. He's been lethal offensively with 16 points.
Dottle is just such a classic mid-range shooter, and he does it again there with 2 more, giving him 18 points now. Looked like Garcia was holding Garrett. We'll see if that's 8 here for the second half. Cut the lead by the Rockers to 3, and then the response by the Hard Rockers has been terrific. It's back up to an 8-point lead, and Dowdle's been doing the damage. 6 of 8 from the floor, 6 of 7 in his last opportunities.
Beautiful turnaround shot by Caleb McGill there. Had Caleb Garcia on the baseline. Nice little turnaround left hand.
Yeah, the captain now in double figures with 11.
You see Caden Holmes checks in for the first time in the second half.
Giving Carter a breather.
As well as Logan Threed. He was an Energizer bunny.
Yeah, Threed off the bench. 5 points, 2 assists, and a rebound. Plus a triple.
You see him all up in Garcia's face, who had 3 triples in the first half. No call. Coach Glenn's looking for a foul, too.
There's your team defense as the Roadrunners. That shot didn't even touch the rim. Time expired on the shot clock.
Caleb McGill says, hey, I can use the left hand. I'm ambidextrous. I'm going to turn around on the right-handed flip shot. Gets the lead down to 4.
He so is. He's so good on left and right side. You can't hedge on one side or the other for him. But again, a baseline shot from about 2 feet away to convert.
Here's Stoddard, guarded by Caden Holmes. Great defense by Holmes. Stay straight up, fade away, short. Good defense again by MSU.
It was, and Caden Holmes was in his grill and made sure that was good, a tough shot to take.
See KJ Garrett drive baseline. Caleb McGill, can he make it 7 in a row? And he can. Captain Caleb McGill taking over in the first 7 minutes of the second half.
Big points there, and that 8-point lead all of a sudden forced a timeout by head coach Eric Glenn. He's a little upset on a 14-8 advantage for MSU Denver. They're 8-2 already in this half. A lot of that's been the damage by the senior captain Caleb McGill, who was one of 3 who had 5 points at the break, and he's up to 16 points now after that 7-0 run and a good start of a pair early in this half.
You see MSU with the chance to take their first lead since it was 10-8, 13 minutes remaining in the first half. It's be a deflection here, 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. KJ Garrett guarded by the freshman Trey Dowdle. Logan Threed looking, had McGill open for a second, and then Winchelbaum grabbing at his hand. Might have dislocated a finger.
Yeah, he's struggling there with some pain. Than that, he's been a disruptor defensively. And you know, the left hand is just a different look, and he's been able to really make a difference on some shots. But more importantly, his defense has been terrific.
You see Dowdle in the corner, guarded by Quave Probst-Allison. Tough contested pull-up, gets it to go as he stays hot.
You know, Maslow drew the assignment on Keegan Smith, but he might have switched on Dowdle. Dowdle has increased his point production to 18, and he had 11 at the break.
See Braden Carter spinning baseline, has the smaller Stoddard on him, goes for the jam, can't get it to go, gets his own miss though, and Quave with the reverse, and then he gets the putback on the miss by Quave Probst-Allison. Says, I'm not going to miss 2 times in a row.
Hey, there's timing by Carter, as he was in the air for the rebound, and he was gifted an easy putback that he...
You see the inbound from Dowdle, and then the and one finish from Smith as he patiently waits to get...
Now 4. Roadrunners this half have outscored Mines 16-12. They were down by 8 at the break. Much better defense, much better shooting, 70% from the floor. And they're taking care of the basketball with only with no turnovers in this half so far.
You see Braden Carter with a face-up on Wanshabom. Had a couple dunks earlier, so he's got to respect him and gets a nice jumper to cut it back to 2.
Maslow back in for the Roadrunners. He's got 11 points and 3 triples, which ties a season high for him.
See Quave Probst-Allison guarding Dowdle. Great job not reacting. And then a loose ball by Wanshabom. Terry coming over to save it from Hutchinson in the corner. Gonna have to put something up here. Heaves it up, no good. Hutchinson with a weak side rebound.
And that's the fault of MSU Denver. They did not box out as he came flying through for yet another offensive rebound. That's the 8th for the Hard Rockers. They've got 7 points now off of second chance opportunities.
See Terry guarding Sufjan Elkanin. Logan Threet checking in. Quave Probst-Allison driving right side. Going in and across the lane. Has a defender spin move. Pirouettes, gets the finish.
What a terrific move, and got it to go through as he was covered by Hutchinson, who he, like, in some ways reminds me of Keegan Smith. I mean, they are similar. They're all similar build and similar abilities. Working hard here with still the lead.
Yeah, Dowdle and Sukup are their smallest players on the roster with height-wise. You see Hutchinson driving left side short. Good defense by Maslow there. MSU has a chance to tie or take the lead here with 9:55 remaining in the second half. Logan Threet finds Braden Carter. Should be a kicked ball. Ryan Maslow, Caleb McGill, and your inbounder is KJ Garrett. On the other side, it's going to be Wanshabom, Terry, Smith, Hutchinson, and Dowdle. See, they're trying to find Braden Carter. He's been posting up Wanshabom a lot here. Spin move by Logan Threet in the lane. Good. Tie ball game here with 9:20 remaining.
And that's just the second tie of the game, and Threet again off the bench, providing that spark, this time to tie it up.
See Smith from 3, can he answer? No, long. Good gang rebounding, 3 MSU defenders there. MSU looking to take their first lead since 13 minutes remaining in the first half. See Sufjan Elkanin, Quave Probst-Allison going to be set to check back in. And Carter drawing the foul on Wanshabom. He's here. Sufjan Elkanin flying off the screen, lets the defender blow by. Can he get it? Just short. Loose board again. KJ Garrett off the deflection from Carter. Sufjan 3, no good. Another offensive rebound. Quave Probst-Allison gets blocked by Terry.
Well, he thought he had created enough space with his body to go up for that layup, but Terry did a great job of timing it.
They're going to get a technical foul on Quave, so they have to dial it in and lock in here defensively to make sure it stays one possession ball game.
And they do, and Dowdle has been terrific offensively, so efficient. Elkanin just a little bit off the mark. He was so sharp that first half on
Hill. Good job by MSU to lock back in here. Well, it's 54-52 as we approach the under 8 media timeout.
Braden Carter 1 point away from his 7th double-double on the season.
KJ Garrett on the right wing, guarded by Terry. Waiting for Caleb McGill, has to sling it back up top, and then Terry's going to call for a foul. That's going to be number 6.
Terry.
Logan 3 gets it to Braden Carter at the top of the key. Sophianel Cannon. Back over to Logan 3.
And again, without Jamil Safadine, somebody's got to fill that void on the three-point basket side, but also just the minutes he provides.
And right on cue, Mary Kay, Caleb McGill heard the call as captain puts him in the lead for the first time. 55-54. Caleb McGill here with 19 now, 14 in the second half.
That's his 3rd triple. That gives him 35 on the season.
MSU here up for the first time in the second half, and Mary Kay, it was a close, tightly contested battle on the boards in the first half as well as in the paint, and it's kind of flipped the script.
Well, and on the boards, they were only a +2. They're now at a +10. 31-21. Keegan Smith finding his way to the basket there, and they've outscored South Dakota Mines 25-16 in this half so far. Rebounding's been a difference, but the points in the paint, it was just 6 at the break, and it's now 14. They've doubled them up, 28 points to 14. As this is MSU Denver basketball. Dominate the boards, and also that means converting the paint.
You see KJ Garrett getting downhill there. Braden Carter with a nice seal off, gives the senior the free lane. MSU 57-56, 6:40 remaining as they've stormed back after they're down 8. Smith from 3, and he gets it to go. He's heating up.
Boy, he had only 2 points at the half, and he's made the last 5 here for the Rockers.
Yeah, so he's up to 10 here. Their second leading scorer in the season averages 10, just behind Dowdle's 11. See Caleb McGill spinning back to his left, doubled. It's a little too strong. Braden Carter with the board. He's going to get the and-1 finish, and he does! Braden Carter! Yeah, Mary Kay, just with that last basket, just solidified his 7th double-double on the season. He's got 12 points, 11 rebounds. 3rd Roadrunner in double figures, joining Maslow and Caleb McGill. With 60-59 here, 6 minutes remaining. Dowdle with the pull-up. He's been money, no good. Logan 3 with a nice box out on Garcia. MSU looking to push the pace here.
This is when they're at their best. Rockers did a good job of sprinting back on D.
Carter guarded by the smaller Dowdle. You see the fake by, that's a little Rajon Rondo by KJ Garrett. Can't get it to go. As Wanchabon pulls down the loose board. That's his 4th on the afternoon.
I miss seeing Rondo. I'm glad you brought him up. That's a good reference.
If you grew up if you're born in the late 90s or 2000, you remember Rajon Rondo. He was special.
He was special over at the Celtics. He did a great job. Well, but you back in as you see him there, number 23, Wanchabon.
KJ with the strip here. Braden Carter with the loose ball. They're going to get a foul on Wanchabon. That's going to be number 5. 30-second timeout. South Dakota Mines inbounding. They've been outscored 32-21 here in the second half.
And what's, again, we were hoping that for MSU Denver that the Hard Rockers would go cold from 3. They're 2 of 5 in this half so far after being 9 of 20 in the first half.
There's a 3 by Smith way off on the left side. Yeah, and 11 threes has tied their season high as a team this year. However, MSU is looking to kind of shut them out. You see Caleb McGill staying downhill. Swings it over to Maslow in the corner. Can he get it to go? Just short. McGill with the board again. Going back up strong, left side, and he gets it to go. Caleb McGill, 21 points.
And that's the confidence and dominance in the paint shown by the senior. McGill doing a great job as now in this second half, he's got 21 points after in the first half, he had just 5. So he's got 16 alone.
You see Stoddard couldn't handle the loose ball, Braden Carter, and that's turnover number 5 for them. But you think Caleb took it personal when he got those 3 fouls and sat out with 450?
Well, you know, he probably did, and what I like about it is he channeled it into action. Made a positive out of it, came out offensively, and he's done a great job on his man defensively and really helped energize this team.
And you see Braden Carter, Stoddard just too small for him. He's going to take that all day. Great entry pass by Logan 3. Love the patience we've seen offensively for the Roadrunners, letting the big men get set. And another timeout as MSU takes their biggest lead, 66-59. Okay, Coach Vicky talks about playing in 4 minutes hurts, but we've seen it dominant right here in the second half.
And he's definitely, this is situational again. So with less than 4 minutes to go in the game, how are you going to show up and now with the lead, be able to play well with the lead and not get in your heads, but play as a team and play to win? And what they've done well is, you know, the Rockers took care of the basketball so well in the first half, only 1 turnover. They forced 4 this half for the Roadrunners, and they've added 10 points off of those 4 turnovers.
You see the swing pass, beautiful bob movement by MSU. KJ Garrett going to the left side of the lane, fighting through the contact, no good. Board by Terry there, 66-61. 3 minutes remaining in the second half.
Terry does a good job of getting to the rim. He had the last bucket. He's got Garrett on him.
You see Quave fighting hard over that screen from Stoddard. Stoddard relocating the right side, faces up. Can he get to go? He can, over Carter. Big 3 from them. They needed that as Stoddard gets on the board for the first time today.
Yeah, and Stoddard's stroke came at a good time for the Rockers to pull within 1 possession.
So quick 5-0 run for them over the last minute and 10 after MSU had opened up a 7-point lead, their largest of the game.
All seniors out there except for Probst Allison for the Roadrunners.
They're going to get Keith Smith on a foul
by Garcia. Now with the getting around that 2-minute marker, here's again where MSU Denver has to play tight, Team D.
Now scoreless over the last 140, but it starts here on the defensive end. KJ Garrett guarded, and then from the corner it's Garcia, who is hot in the first half, no good. MSU fortunate.
Yeah, Garcia was 3 of 5 from deep in the first half. They've got a lot of shooters from the outside, and maybe they haven't experienced it all at once in one game this season, but they are giving the Roadrunners everything they can handle here today.
See, MSU needs a score here. Lob pass, a little long by KJ Garrett. Minute 20 remaining. You see Dowdle's going to set something up, slow down the pace, make sure they get a good shot as they're down by 2 with just over 80 seconds remaining.
Boy, a rare turnover for the Roadrunners this half, and it comes at an ill-advised time.
See Smith from the relocating on 3. Can he get it to go? No good. Good board by Quave Probst Allison. You can see Coach Vicky's going to probably call a timeout here, get something set up, and I think that's the right call.
Yeah, they need points here. They need points here, especially after what they experienced on Thursday when they were up.
64, 55 seconds remaining here at the Auraria Event Center. MSU needs a score here as they've been held scoreless over the last 3 minutes. You see Braden Carter guarded by Stoddard as Wanchabam fouled out. KJ Garrett looking for the shot, blocked by Stoddard, loose ball picked up by Carter, gets fouled as he goes up between 3 South Dakota Mines. McGill has 4 fouls.
Yeah, well, he's going to see that go back and forth for sure.
I think that's smart for Coach Vicky as well, as McGill's one of your best free throw shooters.
You got Logan Threed in there as well.
So Smith guarded by Maslow on the right block, spins baseline, Maslow staying straight up. Good finish over Maslow. Elects to keep McGill on the bench. There's Quave Probst Allison, gonna get the foul, send him to the line. He's shooting 83% on the announcer jinx. Didn't come into play.
That's it.
So MSU 70-66. You're gonna have to see quick offensive score here for South Dakota Mines. It's like Stoddard got away with the moving screen on KJ Garrett. Driving left side is Terry. You're going to see Glenn is not happy with his guys. He's going to call a timeout. 11 seconds remaining. Lots of wasted time here.
So Keegan Smith has been tough, number 12.
See Smith guarded by the smaller KJ Garrett, but quick hands by him. Turnaround fadeaway. That's a tough shot. However, he gets it to go. 5 seconds remaining. You have to have a clean inbound here. And Quave Probst Allison, who we just watched knock down a pair. And there you have it. As long as there's no foul, you're going to see a home run pass here. Dowdle's going to have to heave something up. No fouling. That's long, and that's going to do it.